Hello again, Knights fans, and welcome to another edition of the Knights Baseball Roundup. I'm Ty Mead here with head coach Gary Puccio. Coach, you played right here on this field over the weekend against Sacred Heart. The theme of the weekend was comebacks. They were everywhere. Most of the time, unfortunately, they did not go your way, but then you did end the weekend with something very exciting. Why don't you take us through that first game against Sacred Heart where they came back and beat you 8-7?
Yeah, we were up 7-2. Timmy Quinn pitched a phenomenal game. He was outstanding. And, even the 2 runs they had, we had misplayed a ball in the outfield that gave them a run and misplayed a ball in the infield. And, all of a sudden they scored in the 8th, made it 7-3. I took him out with 2 out and 1 man on in the 8th inning, but he was up at 120-something pitches. And, that was his second start of the year for us. And I just said, I can't let him stay out here. Unfortunately, we went to the bullpen and we just didn't do the job. Bullpen didn't get it done for us. We gave up a run in the 8th to make it 7-3. I brought in Brennan in the 9th, who was our closer. Actually, I brought him in the bottom of the 8th, and he got out of the 8th with 1st and 3rd. But he was sick all day. He was throwing up and stuff, so maybe it was a bad move on my part because you could tell he just didn't have the pop on the ball that he normally has. And, I kind of hung with him, and it was a real hard loss to lose that game 8-7 because we definitely outplayed them most of the game, and then they scored 5 in the 9th. We had scored 5 in the 1st, so I guess it balances out, Second game, same result, unfortunately. We took the lead late, led 5-4 going to the last inning, and gave up a 2-run home run to the same kid who doubled in the winning run the day before, which was not too smart. But so that cost us 2. I thought Corey pitched a real good game in Game 3. We lost 3-0. I think he only gave up like 4 hits. He did a real nice job pitching for us that day, but we just didn't hit it all. And I think that was an after effect from the first 2 games losing in the last inning, that they just, kind of had exhausted all their energy. And then, as you said, Sunday we came back and managed to find a way to win the game. We win it 5-2 again. Same scenario as the first game. Logan pitched terrific. He gave up 2 runs on 2 hits. That's it. I gave up a 2-run homer in the second, and we were kind of coasting. It was 5-2 in the 8th, and again, he was at 120-some pitches, and I got him out of there. And again, we gave up 2 runs in the 8th to make it 5-4, and 9th inning, the game was over. We had 2 out and an infield pop-up, and we dropped it. And just Sacred Heart was so hot this weekend. Naturally, the next guy doubles in the tying run, so all of a sudden it's a 5-5 tie. But in a way, that almost made it a little more exciting because instead of just holding on for the win, bottom of the 10th, we brought Dylan Sprague to pitch, which we never do. Dylan's pitched for me a couple of times, but we brought Dylan to pitch, which made Jose have to play. Jose went in at second base, and Jose ended up working out a terrific walk in the bottom of the 10th, stole second, which made them have to pay a little attention to him, keeping him close and stuff. And Joel Roman got a fastball hit out of the park, which he did, and gave us a exciting walk-off home run to win the game. But I just walked away feeling like we could have won 3. But, I'm happy that at least we won 1.
Let's talk a little bit about the pitching. Obviously, you got good starting performances almost across the board this weekend. Logan Fratty's your workhorse. But then the other 3 starters on the weekend are Timmy Quinn, Chris Cashmar, and Corey Zeller, 3 freshmen. And they've been very good this year, especially of late in conference play. What do you see out of those 3 guys?
Yeah, Sacred Heart's one of the top teams in the league, and Timmy gave up 2 runs. Chris gave up 3, I believe. Corey gave up 3, and Logan gave up 2. You can't ask for better starting pitching than that. So, and like you said, 3 of them are freshmen, so they're going to be here for a long time. Very happy with all of them. They've done a super job, and they've kept us competitive. We're in every game, and we've been in every game for the most part this whole year. There's only 1 or 2 times out of 40 games that we've not been in the game, and I think that says a lot about the young pitchers doing the job. So they've been terrific. I expect nothing but big things ahead.
Now, something a little unusual for your teams, you got away from the small ball a little bit this weekend. You did a lot of your scoring on home runs, particularly from Dylan Sprague, John Giacchis, and Joel Roman. John Giacchis, another monster weekend. He's up to 9 home runs on the season. He's hitting .350. He's among the league leaders in batting average, home runs, RBIs. He also doesn't strike out at all, which is great for a power hitter. What have you seen out of him and his development from last year to this year?
Yeah, he's been great. Last year he was something like 92nd hardest guy in the country to strike out, and he's always been a good contact hitter for us. That's why I like him in the 3 and 4 spots, because I know, men on base, he's going to put the ball in play. He's a trooper. He's done a great job. I was teasing Coach Anderson yesterday because Eric had hit 8 home runs and drove in 40 runs for us his junior year for us when we made the playoffs in 2012, and I brought John over and I said, say hello to my new all-time home run leader for first base, which was pretty funny. But, yeah, John does. I'll tell you what, he came here as a catcher. We converted him to first base. The kid worked at it. He's terrific at scoops at first base. I mean, it's incredible how often he picks the ball for us. And obviously, he's a solid hitter, and he's having an absolutely tremendous year. 9 homers, 35 ribbies so far, and we still got 12 games to go. And I think he's hitting somewhere around 350. So you can't ask for a better production out of your first baseman than that. And as you said, I think he struck out 6 times this year, and he's got 9 home runs. I mean, we'll take that trade off any day of the week.
It's always nice to see a hard worker go with a nice senior year also. Another senior, Joel Roman, struggled a little bit early in the season, but he's really picked it up of late, particularly with his power. What have you seen out of him in the last couple of weeks?
I got a text from Joel earlier in the season that says, "Thanks for sticking with me." And it was like, why wouldn't I stick with you? For 3 years now, you've been one of our lead. You've either led or been second on a team in homers and RBIs every single season. So I'm one of those guys that believes, well, if that's true, that means there's a hot streak in him if he starts slow. And sure enough, he's had a hot streak. I think he hit 3 home runs this weekend. He's back up to 5 homers and stuff. And, it's by the time the season's over, it's going to be a typical Joel year. And kids build up chips over the years. When they've played for you and they've shown that they can produce at a certain level, I'd be crazy not to believe in them.
Looking ahead now, you go to Wagner this weekend. There's only 12 games left in the conference slate. Most teams have 12 left. Some have 16 still. 4 weeks of regular season leading into the playoffs on May 26th to 28th. This weekend, you go to Wagner. Weather is going to push the games up. You're going to play doubleheader Friday and doubleheader Saturday. Do you expect to use the same pitching rotation, and what else do you see out of the Seahawks?
Yeah, right now we plan to. I mean, they've been having some tough times of late. I know they've struggled in the conference, but they're always a good team. Jimmy does a great job with them. They always come prepared. They always pitch well. They play hard. So, nothing's easy in this league. I mean, that's one thing you learn is that there's no such thing as an easy weekend. And I'm sure this weekend will be no different. And we've put ourselves in a position where, I kind of feel like if we split each of the next 3 series and go 6-6 over the next 3 series, we should be in pretty good shape regarding the playoffs. But, nothing guarantees that's what we're going to do. So right now, as I told the guys, it's 1 win at a time. Just go get a W each day.
Now, we had the first night ceremony here on Sunday, a nice turnout of some of the alumni from prior to 1966. One of those gentlemen was Fred Rodell, who donated the dugouts here at the Nemoli Family Baseball Complex. And now today you're wearing a special shirt that is kind of significant to him.
Yeah, I don't know if Fred watches our show or not, but this is Daniel Webster College, which if you read on the right, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it says Harvey Woods Field. And Fred donated the money to build a field for Daniel Webster College, and the condition was that the field be named after Harvey Woods, his old coach. So there's a Harvey Woods Field up in the New England area, which is pretty cool. And Fred was here on Sunday, which was incredible because he played on the very first team at FDU in 1951. And that's just mind-boggling when you think about it. I was saying in front of the alumni when we had the little ceremony at breakfast, I was saying to our current players, I said, realize you would have to come back in 2082 for this to have the same thing as these guys coming back. That's how much later it would be compared to your career. It's just incredible to think about. And what a great turnout. We had about 13, 14 guys here from the 50s and 60s. A couple of new guys who came up for the first time, and then some of the older alumni from other years were here, like Lou Turco, who's the winningest pitcher in the history of the program. So it turned out to be a really nice day. For everybody, and they seem to all have a good time, and hopefully we'll get them all back for the first pitch dinner next year.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck this weekend at Wagner. You can follow along on FDUnights.com or through live stats at WagnerAthletics.com.